Topic that hits home for a lot of people right here in our area. The tough transition of going from a soldier to a civilian causes anxiety a lot of times about finances, finding a job. It causes problems within the home. That's why a captain in the U.S. Army Reserves has written a book focusing on how spouses can help with that transition. You hear it there. It's a Rich Soldier, Missing Financial Freedom. The author is Lee Escobar. He is joining us this morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning.
How was that transition for you?
Well, the transition has always been it was smoother for me, only because I was able to educate myself on what to do. I learned early on that I knew that there was going to be a change coming. And being that I'm in the reserves and I wasn't active duty, I was living both lives, being in the military and being in the civilian world. So I think I really have a lot to offer right now, or should I know I have a lot to offer right now to make that transition, because I'm in that civilian world and also in the military world, so I see it firsthand.
And right now, so many spouses, when their husbands or wives come back from war, I mean, they're dealing with a lot of issues, emotional issues, sometimes PTSD. You outlined 3 steps that you feel that special man and special woman can do to help that soldier come
number
back.
one, what ends up happening is I really focus on the financial part. If we can fix the financial part, that will relieve a lot of the stress. So the first thing we need to do is share the goals. What are our goals? What's next? What are we going to do? What's our plans? And how much are we going to need to make that financial transition? And then after that, let's begin to plan it. When are we going to do it? How are we going to make it happen? In the military, we have what's called backwards planning. We look at the end, then take the steps to get there. And then once we hit our milestones or hit our goal, let's celebrate it together. You know, there's nothing like an I love you, go out to eat, you know, a hug, or just a time to celebrate that love again in order to solidify that milestone.
And hey, we've all been there where we come up with an idea and a plan with our spouse, and then, you know, you're so excited at the beginning, and then, you know, a couple of months later, you're like, where'd that plan go? How do you make sure this lasts?
Well, one thing we have to do is, in my book, Rich Soldier, of course, one thing I outline for our military and also for anyone who's in the battle for financial independence, is that there's 3 things that we always have to do. Number one, to build our wealth and to change our lives is, number one, evolve. Things are always changing. They're constantly changing. And we have to be willing to accept the change and be aware.
I would think somebody in the military is probably pretty good at stuff like that.
We're great at evolving and changing, and we've had to learn to adapt and improvise in a lot of things. And then once we adapt and improvise and evolve, then we educate ourselves on what we don't know. Then once we educate ourselves on what we don't know, which is a constant life of learning, then after that we execute it and we want to put it into action. We just don't want to be talkers. We want to do it, think it, and put it into action.
Well, Lee travels around the country talking to soldiers, making that transition, but he's got a book out too if you can't make it to one of his seminars. It's not going to be out for a few more weeks, but you can download a free preview of it today. Just go to richsoldier.com and get the first chapter of his book for free. Lee, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Keep up the good fight.
Yes, absolutely.
Bruce, over to you.